Hello everybody and welcome to not my workshop, welcome to my channel anyway. This is my home. I'm filming here today because it's cold downstairs. It's Thanksgiving, it's the night before Thanksgiving, but you'll see this on Thanksgiving Day. So happy Thanksgiving anybody, or at least Thanksgiving in the US. I have no idea if I have any international viewers. If so, great. Let me know where you're watching from if you are not in the US. I thought I'd do something special for you all today for the channel. What I'm going to do, instead of build something, I'll show you the rockets that I built before I started this channel. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. Yeah, 7 that I built before I decided to start the channel. So, without any more rambling on, let's get into this. So, the first one I did, I say first, so a little bit of background. I was really into model rocketry when I was younger, when I was a kid. I kind of got out of it for about 20 years, got back into it this year, and I've really enjoyed it. So this is the first one I did after a 20-year hiatus. So I don't know if you can see the details on there. It's not the best paint job in the world, but hey, I got fins on pretty straight, I think. So I think I did a good job. This is the Honest John kit from Estes. So I just picked it because it was there, and I wanted to do something. This was actually not a super complicated build. Very easy, highly recommended for anybody wanting to do something. If you can find it, build this. This little guy, I believe, is no longer in production. It's called the Sunward Interplanetary Shuttle. I believe the manufacturer was Semroc? I'll look into that. I'll have a detailed list in the description if I remember to do that. I bought this off of Apogee components, apogeerockets.com. Again, so far nothing is sponsored, but yeah, I've gotten a couple of them. I got a couple more over there from them. So this was fun. I actually printed double the amount of decals that was recommended so that I could have the solar panels all the way around. So that's a fun thing I did with that. So, you know, this was an interesting build too. I like the shape, and, you know, I'm kind of into that whole sci-fi, futuristic space travel kind of stuff. So that's why I did that one. This is another kit from Estes. It's called the Dark Silver. Just kind of a futuristic sci-fi inspired kind of like a space plane, space fighter jet, something like that. I'm not sure what the idea was behind it, what the design idea is. I just liked how it looks because, again, it's that sci-fi futuristic look that I like. Yeah, if it's another one I believe is out of production. If I can find this again, I would totally build it again. There are some things I would do a little bit differently with it, but overall, I'm happy with this. You know, I will be, yeah, I'm very pleased with how this one turned out. I like, you know, it's got the little bit of forward fins here, and then the little wooden dowels here that connect it to the rear fins. Just adds a little bit of, doesn't really do anything, but, you know, I like it. Sorry about that one. That one hit the ceiling when I moved it. Another out of production, unfortunately, kit from Estes, Cosmic Interceptor. Really enjoyed putting this guy together. Lot of detail work on this. You've got the intake there, the exhaust stuff, the complicated shape of the fins and everything. I did. Hey, Oshkosh. Sorry, my cat's trying to eat a rocket. You leave that alone. Oh, that was Gibbs. Sorry, Oshkosh. So, really enjoyed building this thing. Now, the last time I was at the local hobby store, this was still in stock. So, I'm thinking about getting that kit to do in a future build series. If you really want to see that, let me know in the comments, and if it's doable. Hey, Gibbs! If it's doable, I will do this. Okay. This guy I also bought from Apogee. It's one of their own kits. It's called the NEMSAR. I don't know if that stands for anything, if it's an acronym for anything. I don't know. It didn't say anything in the description. I just liked it because it's about 1 meter long. I'm having a hard time keeping it in frame. So it's 1 meter long, and I painted it with these bright fluorescent highlighter-like colors with a chrome nose, just because. So it's just basically 3 standard body tubes glued together, nose cone on top, fins at the end, for just a really long, skinny rocket. I really, really like this one. Really easy to build. I recommend it for anybody who wants to have something that's, half as tall as they are. I mean, you can't see it, can you? But there, it's sitting on the ground, and it sits here. So, yeah, really fun build. NEMSAR from Apogee, recommended, highly recommended. And then from there to this little guy. This one, also from Apogee, is called the SPEK. So it's just a little bitty rocket. It is a 2-stager. I've just got a coupler in there to hold the 2 stages together. This they designed as a competition flyer for altitude, basically. So it just flies on it's minimum diameter for mini engines. Put a booster and a upper stage in there, and it'll fly. Put the altimeter in there, see how high it goes. Again, really easy build, fun to put together, just to do. I probably won't fly it in any competitions, mostly just for me, but I have it if I want to. And again, I did the highlighter colors for this. I bought these colors for this kit because I wanted something bright for when I do fly this. Especially this little thing, the booster stage, when it's tumbling down. I want to be able to find this, and then this is small enough too on its own that I really want to be able to find it when these fly, so it's easier to recover that way. So that's the SPEK. Next one is this little guy. This is a Spaceman. I believe the manufacturer was Semroc. Again, I'll try to put some information in the description box if I remember to. Just a cute little robot rocket, fun to put together, and I chose the chrome paint job for this one because he's a robot. He should be chrome. This one has a two-part recovery, so the motor pod comes down on a streamer, and then this just tumbles to the ground. So really interesting build, kind of a complicated build because it is, and there's a lot of balsa parts to cut out and fit together and glue together, and it has to go just right or it doesn't work. Kind of way rockets kind of tend to work. You've got to do it pretty much right or it doesn't work. So there's my Spaceman. I saved the best for last. I'm calling this one the best one so far. Okay. This you may recognize is the Falcon 9 from SpaceX. Yeah, this part's not part of the rocket. This is just my stand. But I absolutely loved putting this thing together. I've said before on the channel, maybe I'll be saying this in an upcoming video, but I have always had an interest in real-life space travel as well as sci-fi futuristic kind of space travel. My cat's looking at me like I'm absolutely crazy talking to myself, but that's okay. Anyways, space travel, I've always loved it. Been really interested in the shuttle program when it was ongoing, and now that we're using the Dragon capsule. Oh, I forgot to tie the shot cord back on. So it's a good thing I haven't. Well, I would have figured that out because it's not ready for flight yet. It's not packed for flight. So this was interesting. Not my best paint job, I know, but for the amount of detail that has to go into this thing, I think I did pretty well. And this is actually, it's not an actual like licensed kit that you can buy that's like this. What this is from, I bought this from is what's called a builder's kit from Boyce Aerospace. And what they do, they're a 3D printing store mostly. They do sell kits that are ready-made, but basically what they'll send you if you get this is the 3D parts ready to go. So the landing legs here, the fin can, the engine retainer with the Merlin engines there, all of the tubing, whatever the heck these things are called on the outside, the fins here for the first stage, more of these guys, and then the nose cone is all 3D printed. So, and then you acquire the body tubes, parachute, shot cord, all that stuff that goes together. They also send, what I really liked about this was the body decals. These are just one big decal that wraps around the body. Oh no, this was two because it was too big. So 2 decals that go around the first stage 1, another decal wraps around stage 2. Super detailed, really well done, and really easy to put on. Now the decals that go on the capsule, a little bit smaller. That took some work to do, but they went on really easy. So yeah, I would totally do this again. If you guys wanted to see that build, I will totally do it. Oh, they also send 4 acrylic fins, clear fins for flight, because this on its own is not stable for flight. The real rocket, the engines can pivot to keep it stable, but for this they've cut slots there for the fins to fit into, so they slide in there for flight, but for display they come out unless you glue them in. I didn't want the fins in permanently, so I leave them out when I'm on display. Oh, I want to show you one more thing about this that I think is really cool. I will most likely exclusively fly this thing on composite engines for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, they tend to be more reliable. This is a pretty hefty beast. It needs the higher, like G or E engines to really get any height out of it. And sometimes those in black powder can be not as reliable as they could be. They're getting better. I think Estes specifically had reworked their manufacturing, so it sounds like they're getting better. But the other reason I like flying on composite with this specifically, so this is the engine cover. The simulated nozzles are just a screw-on engine retainer. But if I put the engine in there and put the retainer on, it looks like it looks like the actual engine, like the real rocket. So I think that made it look really cool for me. Anyway, I kind of geeked out when I saw that. So but maybe you didn't. I don't know. What are you doing under there, kid? Sorry, my cat's doing weird things. He's a cat. What do you do? Do you want to see them? Let me put this away so they don't eat it. Go on the floor. So this one's Oshkosh. You might recognize his name from my credits in my videos. I do give my cats credit as assistant editors. Whoops, sorry, I just dropped Oshkosh on top of Gibbs. They're okay. They're always, I just edit at home, and they're always in my lap. So come on, Gibbs, calm down. You're okay. Look, it's you. So this one's Gibbs. He's the one that wants to eat the rockets. Oh, he sees himself in the camera. So, hold it. Chill. So yeah, that's basically what I was up to before starting the channel. So yeah, I'll put the names and whatnot I can find in the description. If you really want to see one of these as a future build, I will see what I can do. Put some, get some comments down there. If somebody, upvote the ones that you really want to see. And yeah, I'll see what I can do about it. I know that Builder's Kit, the Falcon 9, is still available from Boyce. Basically they just need to 3D print the parts. They actually sell the other parts, the body tubes and whatnot, on their website as well. I just happen to already have those from Apogee. So, yeah, I think I've rambled on. This is going to be a long video, and longer than I expected, but I apologize for that. But hey, this is a bonus video for Thanksgiving, so I won't be going anywhere for Thanksgiving this year. We're staying home, but that's okay for now. Yeah. So anyway, I need to close this out so that I can edit this and upload it and get some supper for me. I already fed these two hooligans. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you really want to see one of these things being built, and stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.